guys, TheMtVernonKid here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing? This is probably going to be, this is weird, but I feel like I still need to do it. This will be the first movie review of 2024 on the channel that I have, and the reason for that, guys, is I've been busy so much that I don't really get a chance to really go to see movies anymore in the theaters. And there'll be many times I have to wait now to sometimes wait till they come digitally and things like that. So I have to wait or just get them on Blu-ray and things like that. And first of all, I apologize for that. It's something I've been trying to balance my time now, to find the time to go to the theaters to see films again, you know. So if I do a review of a movie, like for example, people have been asking me, have I seen, like, you know, Planet of the Apes? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it, so I have to go. I'll wait till it comes out digitally and things like that. But I promise you guys, no matter what, I will get those reviews up when I see those movies. Maybe I'll even do a first time reaction watching it for you guys. Who knows, might do that. But in the meantime, I'm here to do a movie review on a franchise that I love, and the 80s brat in me came out in full force. And that movie is the fourth in the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Starring Eddie Murphy, Judd Reinhold, Kevin Bacon, Jordan Gordon-Levitt. The gang came back together again in this film. This is on Netflix, so I would check it out. This is definitely for us 80s brats, and if you are a fan of Eddie Murphy and you are a fan of his work and you've been wanting to see Eddie come back to reprise his role as the lovable but cool Detroit police officer Axel Foley, this is definitely for you. Let's get this straight off the bat. Was this better than the third one? Yes. And let me be honest with you, I don't nuclear hate the third one as much as I see a lot of people do. I don't hate it, but I do have problems with it. And the main thing is trying to mature Axel, where he is not doing the hustle and bustle and like what we know Axel to be about. But this was a great installment of a fourth movie that hits you with nostalgia just like that. From the music to the characters to everything in between that I loved about it. Axel is still a cop. He's still a cop in Detroit, Motown, and he's still doing his thing, but doing it reckless sometimes. And he's still getting in trouble for a lot of it. But also, Axel is a father now in this. He doesn't have a really good relationship with his daughter, and we get to see that weave throughout the series. And while I'm watching this, there's parts of the movie I'm just like, I was not liking his daughter in the beginning of this movie. I'm like, oh my God, would you stop? Like I was getting a little heated with her. But outside of that, she came around with me. To see Judd Reinhold come back as Billy and was great, and see come back as Taggart was great. Now, that was the one thing about Taggart that was interesting, because the one thing they tried to not do a lot in this is negate a lot of the stuff that happened in 3, but some of them they had to keep. For example, in the third movie, it was announced that Taggart had retired, and when Axel comes to see him, he's unretired. Now he's the chief of police. So that was interesting. Jeffrey, Axel's old partner in Detroit, now is the chief of police. after what happened to, Inspector Todd. Remember, he died in the third one. Billy had resigned from the Beverly Hills Police Department, and he became a private investigator, and it goes into detail of explaining why he now is a PI and why he gave up his badge. Axel's daughter, Jane, is a district attorney, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's Detective Abbott is a detective. Kevin Bacon is also in this, and the one thing I will say, I love Kevin Bacon, and it's great to see Kevin Bacon and Eddie Murphy, because they never worked together, so it was really cool to see them. These were two 80s icons coming together. But the one thing that this movie did not do very well was hide the fact that, spoiler alert, is that Kevin Bacon is the villain in this. He's a crooked cop, and he is working with the cartel in this movie. But outside of that, everybody you wanted to see back in this movie is here. Even Bronson Pinto, who played Serge, comes back, and his new change of life, and still messing up people's names, still calling Axel Ackwell, and even he couldn't even get Abbott right. He couldn't even say Abbott. He was Abel. He was like, no, Abbott. It is just the funniest thing. But this still hit well. It just showed that Axel has not missed Eddie has not missed a beat with playing Axel Foley. Yes, he is older now. He is older because, as Eddie said, there are a lot of things he couldn't do in this movie as Axel when he was 22, because Axel was supposed to be 22 in the original, and now Axel is 63. But what I do love about the film is that they do bring up the fact that it is impressive that he is still running and gunning at 63, and still doing it. And the one thing that this film does bring up a lot is kind of the course of being a peace officer, and seeing seeing a lot of things that cops can't really do, or they don't. For example, the whole concept Kevin Bacon character brings up is, we put our lives on the line every day, and what do we get for it? Or, Kevin Bacon brings up the whole, he brings the whole factor, like, even though he is a cop in Beverly Hills, he can't even afford to live there. Stuff like that. And he tries to get Axel to understand where he's coming from, and Axel's just like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear this shit. Like, that's where it comes to the point where Axel even says, like, it comes with the job if you're doing it right. We're peace officers, and we're not gonna get, even if we retire, what do we get? A watch and things like that, and a thank you for a service. But that's the same thing in some cases, sadly, that goes on with soldiers, and it's sad. It is very sad, but just the way they showcased it with Kevin Bacon's character just made me laugh, because I'm like, they're not even trying to hide the fact that he's the villain. He's the antagonist in this, but it was still fun. Eddie's actual daughter, one of his daughters, is actually in the film, which is really funny. She actually arrests her dad in this, even though they're not playing father and daughter in this. But it was really funny to see. It was just so much fun. I loved it. I was just smiling from ear to ear watching this film. Just seeing how it was played off. I love that we also get to see for the first time Taggart's wife, who keeps leaving him. It was just the funniest thing. Axel just being funny, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and his chemistry was perfect. He really had good chemistry with Eddie in this. I loved it. I would love to see them work together again, because because they had such good chemistry. But it was just a fun movie, and it made me. The only thing I would say I had a problem with this as a whole is that this movie was not a theatrical release. This should have been a theatrical release, because that's how good this was. I think this should have been a theatrical release. I think Netflix should have released this in theaters, because it was damn near good. So, if I was to rank the films, all 4 of the Beverly Hills Cop films, this is my ranking now. Number 1 is still up there, ranks number 2, this one, and then 4, and then number 3. That's my ranking. It was that good. It was great. Would I love to see Axel do another one? Would I love to see Eddie do another one? Only if it is that the story's good, and only if it basically is Axel basically moving out to Beverly Hills for good. He is like, he retires in Beverly Hills, because throughout every movie, what is it? He is still a Detroit cop that goes out of his jurisdiction to meet up with whatever he needs to do out in Beverly Hills. In the first movie, he went out for why? Because his friend, one of his good friends, his childhood friend, was killed. So he went to go out there to find his murderer. Yeah. Second movie, he went out there because people that he cared about, he gained the respect and love for, and Bogomil, played by Ronnie Cox, nearly got killed, and he helped Taggart and Billy solve the case. The third movie, why? He went out there to find Inspector Todd's killer. And this one, he gets a call from Billy saying that his daughter Jane is in trouble. So it always comes back to, you see. But all in all, this was great. If I was to give this a rating, I may be a little biased here because it's the 80 brat in me, and I'm a fan of this franchise, but I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. This hit just in the all for me. I loved it, and if you haven't watched it, I do recommend it. And for every first-time reactors out there that are going through the list of watching all the Beverly Hills Cop, my personal opinion, watch them all. Don't just skip one because what you heard. You have your own perspective. It's nice to hear what other people say, but watch all. Then get your opinion, because there are a lot of movie reactors that I watch that I'm looking forward to seeing what they think in general. But Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F was great. I wish it was called 4, Beverly Hills Cop 4, but beggars can't be choosers. I enjoyed it very much. Eddie, I love you, and it was great to see you. And Eddie's still going to be doing some work. I mean, he's coming back for Shrek 5, and also Donkey is getting his own spin-off movie. And Eddie talked about it. Yeah, he's coming back for that too. So Eddie's still working, and I'm happy to see that he's working, and he's aging very well. For a man in his 60s, he don't even look. And what's that saying? Black don't crack. And this is a guy that's got 10 kids. Big ups to Eddie. But other than that, guys, you guys take care. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I promise I will get those movie reviews of the movies I just haven't seen yet. Like I said, I just don't have the time sometimes to get to the theaters as I used to, but I'm trying to make it work better now, so I will get to you in time. But there are more movie reviews coming that came out in 2024 for this, but this is technically the first 2024 movie that I'm posting on the channel. I enjoyed it. You guys tell me what you thought about it, and I will see you guys next time. Deuces.